Thank you so much for being here with Paula, Van Vida Travels. I have actually had the last 2 weeks completely to myself, and I thought, what have I been missing? Yes, I miss Nate, and yes, I miss my son, but I miss ladies' nights. I miss the girls. I miss hanging out and shooting the shit and all that good stuff. So I have invited some of my favorite people to come join me tonight. But first, I want to say hi to you guys. And yes, men, you are welcome to be here as well. But I do have a question for everyone. So I guess I'll say hello to you with your answer to this question. But what is the best thing about either women or the best thing about being a woman? So now this can be answered by anybody, but what is the best thing about women? What do you guys think about that? Let me just take a second and see who some of the people in here are. I can see my stream bot is up and running, so my channel members, feel free to drop your emojis and your channel links at any point in time throughout the live stream. Let me see if we got any comments yet. Oh, Carol, sweetheart, here we go. I just saw it on one side. I got to wait for it to come up onto the next one. So Carol says boobs. Are boobs the best thing about a woman? It's a good thing about us, I think, but we'll talk about that some more. Lucy with Lonelli Adventures says the best thing is some moxie. Lucy, we should get you up here to help explain what you say moxie is. Now, hello, Alan. We've got Jeff saying they smell good. It depends how long it's been since the last shower, but yep. As I had really learned over my car camping trip for a week, really depends on the day. Hello, RV Living Life. So good to see you guys here. Alan's here. Ron. Ron's behaving so far tonight. No comment. I'm pretty sure he would have put boobs in there too. Hey, Dream on Wheels. Good to see you here. We got Johnny's Journey. Amanda is here. Diane is here. Nate says it's a trick. Well, Nate, just what's one good thing about women in general? You can say if it's me or your mom or your grandma, but what is something that's good? Are we agreeing with the boobs comment right there? Well, let's see what Tim says. No matter how grand the man is, the wife will rule in the house. That's interesting. I find that extremely interesting because I don't know how that really works. Don't have a whole lot of experience with sharing the throne with anybody, unless it's the toilet. That's about as far as it goes in my life. Hello, Georgianne. We got Bree here. Shanna's here. Oh, let me guess. This is Travis. Guys, don't answer. It's a trap. It's a trap. It is true. Women can, and this is a great thing about women, women can get away with a lot more honesty, vulgar comments. Yeah, I think we do get away with a little bit more than some of the guys do. Hey, Cookie, good to see you here. We got Van Life with Gina here. Oh, it's all about the butt. The butt. Hello, Stephen Oki. So good to see you. Parents here having kids. You know, that is something that a woman is blessed with the ability, although I guess it's a group effort. Well, wait. Let's not say group effort. Oh my goodness. If you can see my guests downstairs right now, I just have a feeling all hell is going to break loose tonight. Right, Diane, no hold saws. Shirley says the best thing is we keep the woke world going. Oh, or the work world. Behind every great man is a greater woman. Very interesting. Hawkins Family Adventure, Sandra says, we go through childbirth and that makes us strong. I don't know if going through childbirth makes us strong because once you're doing it, you kind of can't back out. I tried. They would not let me change my mind on that one. It's kind of like you just gotta do it, and that's about it. Hello, Linda. We got She-Devil Adventures in the house. Well, now Steve says sometimes his wife lets him be in charge. Okies, Oki's pretty good. I think she'd probably share with you a little bit. I'm just catching up. Yeah, we do get away with a lot more BS. Yep. Nate, never mind about the group effort. Moving right along. Don't get any ideas. Lucretia says she gets away with way more than Richard does. Way more. And, I do think that's true. I do think women do get away with a little bit more. Fan City Adventure, hello, welcome in. All right, so I am going to pull up today's guests and let's ask them what they think. Now, I need you guys to remember, I no longer pay for Stream Elements, so I only have a maximum of 6 people that I can bring up. And I literally have my favorite ladies here. Hi, guys.
Hi.
Hi.
Hey.
Oh my gosh, how's it going?
Okay. I don't know.
I am nervous. I don't want to talk.
Whatever. Whatever.
I don't want to talk. I'm nervous. Don't look at me.
Whatever.
Your service is great, though. It's really good.
I have to say, she says she's nervous all the time. At the meetup, she was dancing on the tables and stuff. I mean, like, I don't know. I don't know that
Lies.
She's really lies.
And I missed that. That's okay. And Johnny and I got into some trouble of our own. But what happens in quartzite stays in quartzite, right, ladies?
I know of Johnny through meetup rumors that she has hot buns. So
you got hot
I know
buns?
nothing of what you talk about.
I just know of through the rumor mill she has hot buns.
Busted.
Hi, Dee.
Did someone scare the pants off you tonight?
What?
Yanai, did someone scare the pants off you tonight? Did someone scare you? Oh, maybe we have volume.
That was me. We were in a hunting trail.
I think we got a little bit of a miss there somewhere. Hello, Richard. Thanks so much for coming in. Tim, it's so good to see you. Okay, Diane says, Gina, you get us shy, especially because there's no telling what we may do.
I have seen some wild stuff out of the girl in the corner down there. And I've heard some wild stuff of this one. And I do believe she is wild too.
No.
So
I'm sweet and innocent, right?
You guys just give her some tips with some moose milk and we'll see.
Actually, I am doing keto right now. Monday will be a month, and so far I've lost 11 pounds.
Moose.
I had a big cheat in the middle too. I had apple pie with ice cream.
Oh, yeah.
But I do have one of these. DJ's girlfriend Amy had these orange cream pop flavored Coors seltzers.
I'm drinking beer.
Well, actually, I'm drinking coffee right now. I was deciding if I'm going to be pulling this out later.
Oh, yeah. Me and Johnny. Yeah, Johnny. That's right. That's what I'm talking about.
Straight
Great woman think alike.
That's right.
Thanks, you guys, for the 11 pounds. Yep. You know what? I was driving today, and all of a sudden I kind of felt lightheaded, and then I realized I lost one of my double chins. That's why I feel lightheaded. Right?
I was scared at when you said you was driving. I was like, what? Just kidding.
But that's one of those things as women. I mean, people say, oh, the media shapes us to what we think we should look like and this and that. But sometimes it doesn't feel good to be at a certain weight. Like, I know I want to lose more, but having lost 11 feels like I took some power back in my life.
I cut my hair and lost 2 pounds. I was like, yeah, shit. It's like, damn, that's good.
Oh, look at this. Debbie, in solidarity of your keto, she's not drinking moose milk tonight. Nice. Well, you'll find something. You gotta They're hard alcohol with like flavored water, right?
I got
That's
coconut
Tina?
water. I have no hard
You make
alcohol
all of
right
us
now.
for me.
Okay, ladies, I'm going to ask you each what's the best thing about women or being a woman, and let's start with you, Gina. What do you think?
Best thing about being a woman, I think we can get away with stuff. I mean, I guess maybe depending on the woman. I mean, I don't know, but and I think having boobs makes you automatic the nurser to getting people well when your kids are sick. They're like, "Oh, mom, come here, mom." I think that's a good thing. And I think that a woman can look at. I mean, a woman can look at another woman and get away with it. She can tell her husband, but that chick's got a hot ass, and he's not gonna care. He'd be like, "All right," you know. So
That's a good point. I could totally be beside a guy and go, "Hey, that girl is gorgeous." But if he said that about a guy,
right?
like it was my boyfriend,
Yeah,
like
a guy, you would kind of go, well, I don't know. You're my husband, and you're telling me that dude's got a hot ass. That's not good.
I don't know. Johnny, what do you think? What's the good thing about women or being a woman?
I set this up for Johnny.
Every time I try that, I get in trouble. Oh, she's good. Oh, I get in trouble.
Yeah. Right.
Okay, some of us get away with it.
Right.
I just want to say real quick, I'm in Vermont, and my client had to go to Canada today, and I was about that close from asking her to get me some moose milk. I don't know if she could have got it, but
that would have been awesome to get
I'm
you
back.
some moose milk. You're back, So, Johnny, what do you think is something good about women or being a woman?
I think everything is good about being a woman. I feel like women get it, and maybe I don't. You don't have to explain things in depth to women. We get it. Men, it just like is got. Now, in my defense, I was married for 23 years.
Johnny, I know some women that don't get nothing, dude. Literally, they don't get nothing. I know some women.
I love George and Rose.
They need to move.
I know.
Oh, if you have small children, please put your headsets on.
Right. Right. I think I need to put my blinders on.
Oh, come on. I know all of us can get crazy, especially when we're not on a live stream, but I think this chat, there's women in here that could get right out of hand.
Oh, the two below us right here, these two are effing wild. Note that I said effing wild.
No.
Yeah, and I'm not scared to say that Yanai, she can shake her moneymaker. I seen it. That girl, she got it going on.
Oh,
she got it going, and I don't feel bad saying it. I don't care. Travis is a lucky man.
And I think the more innocent a woman appears, the wilder she really is.
Right.
Right? You can take it to a certain level and then everything breaks loose.
Look at her. She acts all innocent all the time.
Well, you know what? I think Dee's got a good point. She's saying Gina's the instigator.
That's right. That's right.
What?
Right?
Yeah.
What? I guarantee you, if all five of us went to a bar, the first one to go would be 86 to be this one. That one. She'd be getting killed. She walk in all business like, and then she get wild. That I think that's it. I would have to describe all of you, not me, but all of you as lady in the street, freak, where else. That would be all of you guys, not me.
Isn't that the ultimate thing about being a woman? We can have those different personas,
That's right. That's right. That's right.
Like we can be our genuine, authentic self. We can be our professional self, and we can just be nothing but fun.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah. Bree, what do you think is a great thing about being a woman or women in general?
Everything is great. There's not anything that's bad. Everything's great. Being a girl is awesome.
Hello, Mark. Hey, Johnny, you just had Mark on your live stream in this last week, hey?
Yeah, he carpooled with me up here to Vermont. Well, he stopped in New York. I kept going, but yeah, he was at my meetup. Yeah.
Hey.
What is something amazing about women or being a woman?
Me personally, I think so. It's everything, like we got so many. We have to put ourselves through the hardest parts. We have to be moms, the ones that are moms. We take our kids, we push with them, and we have to be ourselves. We have so many faces, in this whole one, that everything is amazing about being a woman.
I agree. You know what? We got someone in the bottom here. I don't know what's going on, but let's take a look.
Probably the real wild one.
Oh, that's the best thing about women. They're coconuts.
Bye-bye.
Hey, I've motorboated those coconuts. I got $20 for doing that. So yeah, I can get away with a lot. Yeah.
Hey, that's got to be worth $20 for sure.
Right? That's what I was talking about.
Oh, that's awesome. That's so awesome.
So when I come to Oregon next year, I get $20 every time I motorboat, or what are you talking about?
Maybe if those coconuts are there, Mo Bang for your bucks, I think gave me $20. I don't know. I had a few drinks. I could have done it for free, but I don't know.
Don't you better be careful. You better discuss that with Kelly before you think you're making any money.
Right.
If it's for a good cause, I'm sure she'll understand.
Because you like coconut. The cause is because she likes coconuts. That's
because I like coconuts.
So Cookie says, I think I should have had access to this kind of insight when I was a teenager. It might have been a game changer. Or maybe I would not have had 3 ex-wives. I don't know if we could help you with 3 of them, buddy.
Right? Right? Yeah.
TV2, so good to see you here. He says, I don't want to sound like an ass kisser, but women are rocks. Forever giving of themselves. Partners, I have a list.
There you go.
That's fantastic.
Nice.
Okay, so RVBFE, so this is Bear, I believe. He says, men can be gentlemen in public and get secret freaky too. Hey, you know what? That is a good point. We like that. We really like that. Not lounge lizard hitting on me sort of thing, but when you're mine and we're going home, bring it on. Right? And I'm a woman, so I can say that.
I like when they get all crazy weird. I mean, I've seen them put on women's underwear. I think it's fun. It's fun.
I don't think that would do it for me.
No, but it was fun. It was fun just watching. I was like, okay, well, there you go.
Oh my gosh. So for those of you that have daughters, and I think that might be all of you. Kelly, do you have a daughter? Yeah. Well, and I don't have one. So, I mean, I've raised my son, as a single mom. So I try to be a little bit balanced, right, on perspectives and stuff. But I haven't actually raised a daughter. And so I don't know, what is something that you tried to instill in these young ladies when they were growing up about being a woman in the world?
I think the one thing that I always have encouraged my daughters is like, do not depend on a man. You got the power to do it yourself. I understand if you want to get into a relationship, that's okay. But do not depend on the other person, woman or man, whatever, whoever you are, always depend on yourself, because then something happens and you're gonna find out like, I cannot do this alone. No, you can do this alone.
Right.
You have the power to do it alone. It's just all right here. So
Right.
I always tell her to, depend on herself. You can do
And
it.
that's so interesting, because I'm like, again, flip side, raising a son, it's like I'm trying to teach him, it's okay to ask for help. Right? Like, isn't
Yeah.
that funny how the generations ahead of us had such different roles and permissions for men and women?
Yeah, I agree to that.
Lucy says she tries to teach him to be strong, independent, and kind.
Yeah.
I taught mine to try to, and this could be for a boy or a girl, but never, if you feel you're right, don't back down. Don't, it's okay to say no even, but don't, just stand your ground. Don't back down because you're the only woman in the room or you're at a job working with men. If you feel you're right, stand your ground, take it all the way. Don't back down. Now that did reach up to bite me when she was in her teens, but
she practiced on you, right?
Yeah,
Mom?
she practiced. I was like, you need to stop. She goes, she said never back down. I'm like, whatever.
Mm-hmm. Dee does have a point here that, men, as a general rule, are physically stronger than women, but women have to be more creative. So, like, if you saw me trying to take that back seat out of my car and I couldn't get that dang nut broke loose, I was spraying stuff in it, and I realized, yeah, my arms are not strong enough, and I used my legs.
Well, and to that being said, what she said there is that I'm smart enough to know when I can't do something, and I will ask for help. I'll say, hey, can you help me? And being a woman, sometimes you can get a guy to help you do something, So I'd say the smarts overplay the physical part of it, I'm not saying men are dumb. I'm just saying a man is more likely to help out a woman if she asks than he is to probably help another dude.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree. What's some other advice you guys have had for your daughters?
I would like some advice from you guys, because my daughters have this thing that they love to do. They will get trashed drunk and then they call mom. Because
that's okay.
I never had the answers when they were growing up, but when they're drunk, I suddenly have the answers that they need. And my phone rang on my daughter's birthday, and I always call her at 4:10 in the morning on her birthday. She called me at midnight. We were still on the phone at 5 a.m. because she didn't want to go. She was wasted for her birthday and didn't want to go to sleep. Oh my God. What do you do when your daughters call you drunk?
I think that's freaking amazing. I'm going to tell you.
That's so funny.
I got
wish I
two
could have
daughters,
done
and
that.
they are not into that yet. Diami is 15. The other one, she is 20. She's gonna be 21, but she is not into partying. So I don't know what to say.
My daughter's not into partying really either, but in Oregon, everybody knows weed is legal. But when she was 16 and a half, she asked me, could she smoke weed? She didn't feel comfortable doing it around anybody else. And I was like, okay, I guess if you're asking me, I'm going to let you, because you're going to go out and do it and drive maybe, and I don't want that. So I took full advantage of this. I messed with her head so bad. She took a big rip off of a joint, and I said, did you hear that? She's like, what? I said, did you hear that? Somebody scratching at the window. We just watched The Walking Dead. It's back when Walking Dead was still on, I said, did you hear that? She goes, Mom, don't scare me. I go, I'm kind of worried. Did you hear it? She's like, no. I said, look, the cat just ran out of the room. She's like freaking out. And then she took another rip and she calmed down, and she goes, here's what she said, guys. She's going to hate me for this. She goes, you know how I feel? I go, how do you feel? She goes, you know how the blood flows through your legs? That's how I feel. And I'm like, what? And I filmed it all with a camera, dude. I'll still have that on film. She's so, and like now she don't smoke or drink or anything, but it was kind of funny. I would have done it to a boy even.
Oh my gosh. There is some stories. I don't know if I can tell or not on this live stream. Let's just see how the evening goes. I will say weed has become legal in Canada, as it is in a lot of the different states. But
Is it legal everywhere in Canada?
it is legal everywhere in
Wow.
Canada.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
We
It's
have to
not
move
here.
there.
So, I mean, as a youth, once or twice if I'd had too much to drink, and I never had a good experience. But as an adult, it's a game changer in some things in life.
As an adult or smoking weed?
As an adult,
Smoking weed?
yeah. Yeah, like, how do I put this? Like, it's, for some people, it has like an aphrodisiac kind of effect.
It is. It is.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, ask the freak down here.
Do not ask me. Do not ask me. Change the subject. Change the subject. Bye.
Change the subject. Okay. All right. But you know what? Like Johnny was saying with the phone calls and stuff, I think that's great. I mean, that just means you have a really great relationship and that they can trust you. And it's just like when our kids are terrible to us, it's because we're their safe space. They can let every feeling and emotion out. And I feel like if you're a good parent, you're going to get those late night calls like you get, Johnny. I think that's a sign that you did it right.
Yeah.
Oh.
Especially when they acknowledge that you know, like when they're younger, they argue with you. A girl will argue with her mom. Am I right, ladies?
Oh,
I mean,
my gosh.
Yeah. And mine went through that. But now that she has kids of her own, like she pulled me aside a few months ago. She goes, Mom, I don't know how you did it alone. Because she's raising two by herself. And I said, well, I just had you. But she goes, I totally get it now, and so that made me feel good. She understood.
You know, isn't it a fantastic day when your kids come to you and say, all those years you were right. I should have listened to you. Now what was that again?
Right. I asked her to repeat all that so I could record it, but
yeah,
I
you
still
might
haven't got that yet. That, oh, you're always right. No.
well, and I kind of made her mind with humor in a way. Like when she was 11, she told me she wasn't going to do her homework no more. And I was like, why? She goes, because her friend don't. And her friend called her mom the B word. And I'm like, you call me that, we're going to have problems. She goes, but I'm not. She goes, you can't make me do my homework. I said, I'll spank your. And she's like, I'll call the cops. And I threw the phone. I said, get to calling. And so I have friends that are cops here. And I pretend to call one. I said, Sergeant Schmidt. I go, what? I'm in front of her, dude. She's looking at me like, what? And I said, what does it cost to put kids in juvie jail? And what does it cost per day? I'm going to see if I can afford it, because my daughter said she won't listen to me. And she fell on the floor and started crying. I was like, okay, $11 a day. I can do that. Dude, she flipped out, man.
Now, Bree, I think you have the youngest daughter out of everyone, right? How old is she?
She's 12.
Oh, it's coming.
Oh,
I know. It's definitely.
Yeah, 12 is the age.
Hormones alone.
12 is the age. 12 is the age.
I definitely always try to, encourage. She's shy and stuff. I try to encourage her. She's, and also leading by example. But
right.
You always want. We always. It's the same if you have a boy or a daughter. I mean, maybe not, but you just want them to be good kids, hard workers.
Yeah.
Do the right thing.
Honest.
Yeah. Kind.
I think girls are harder to a sense, but I think boys are hard too in a sense.
Any child's a challenge.
Yeah.
My boy, I think my daughters are being harder than the boy.
Boys start later. And the girls, we have that. Well, they both deal with the hormones, though. Yeah, I do think it's just later for boys, and we have a little more practice parenting before they start, right?
Right. I
So
was raised around boys, and my dad raised me, so I had kind of the tomboy take on it. And it's like when I'd babysit my nephew, when we were trying to he was trying to be taught how to toilet train, or how to go in the potty, I'd just tell him, go outside, just go outside. And my daughter would be like, oh, how dare that happen? I think boys are easier in a sense of that, but I don't know.
Well, until you get a call from the school when they're in grade 1 because they peed on a tree in the schoolyard and now have a little suspension for 3 days. And we send them out there to do it like that all the time, right? Yeah. Hey,
Yeah,
Katie,
go out
good
back.
to see you.
I'm pretty sure when I was potty training, I told my daughter to go outside too.
Yeah, I got a complaint from we lived below our landlord. We had a 2-story house, and he lived upstairs when my daughter was like 2. Or no, she was just coming out of diapers. And there was a doggy door, and we had a porch. And so I was doing dishes, and I seen her crawl through the doggy door. I didn't see none of it. Well, the landlord came downstairs from outside, and he goes, "Hey, Gina." I go, "What? Can you come get your kid? She's pooping on the porch." I go out there, and she has the pole. She's holding this pole squatted, the pole holding the roof up, just taking a dump right there. I was like, oh, Lord. Oh, my God.
Is hilarious.
Yeah, I still remind her of that. She. Oh, boy, I'm so glad she knows who you are. And watching this, I'd be, oh, Lord.
Well, so we have a question for the panel. Steve from Desert Adventures in Arizona and Okie want to know, how have past relationships affected your self-image? Ooh, that is a good question. Who wants to start this one?
How a past relationship affects who I feel I am?
Yeah.
Well, it's been a long time.
How you feel about yourself?
When I first got divorced, I was devastated. I was just like, I felt like I was worth nothing. But being alone taught me how to say, whatever, dude. You're an idiot if you don't like me. It's your bad. So I don't know. It's hard. I think when a woman invests full mentally, emotionally into a relationship without thinking of herself first, it's harder on women almost. And if that relationship goes south, then they're left feeling nothing, feel like they are nothing. I've seen it a lot, and I went through it.
Anyone else have a response for this question? I think it's such a good question.
But now I feel like if Jason Momoa don't call me, it's his loss. So.
Is he still married?
No, they're separated, and he's living in a camper. I'm like, you could live in my van.
Well, park up alongside of him.
He has like a $250,000 truck camper. I don't think I'd look good parked by him.
Well, you can teach him how to do his solar.
Right? Teach him a lot more than solar.
Be like, let me wire that up for you, baby.
Right. Yeah, right.
Actually, be careful, Johnny. You did Nate's solar.
Be nice. I'll answer that question because, I was married for 23 years, and for a good many of those years, went through counseling, and because, I was a Sunday school teacher and trying to deny who I was, and it really affected, my self-image because, I would go to church and teach Sunday school with these emotions. And, so I'm trying to raise daughters and sons. I'm trying to, maintain a marriage and be who I am too. And, it really affected who I was.
I have a question, Johnny.
Uh-huh.
Hot Buns was a Sunday school teacher?
I know nothing of what you speak.
You can have good-looking Sunday school teachers. What's the problem here?
Johnny knows a lot about hot buns, from what I understand.
Yeah. Guilty as charged. You know, that's a story for maybe a different live stream, but the very first time I ever experienced it was yeah, 2 Sunday school teachers. Not a good mix.
Woo. Woo.
Yeah.
So Johnny, how did you? Yeah, yours would be so complicated with how your marriage would have made you feel, regardless of how he treated you, versus your marriage now with Kelly.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
Yeah.
how did you get from one to the next? Like, that's got to be so incredibly difficult.
Well, honestly, it was because, you know, back in the day, when I was growing up and a young woman, a young mother, a young wife, you know, there wasn't gay people where I was from. I never, you know, Ellen wasn't out, you know,
Right.
Rosie wasn't out. It wasn't, you know, so trying to maintain my, you know, who I was, you know, even John didn't know for years. So when my kids are finally, you know, becoming, you know, women, that's when I was really like done fighting the battle too. So
Right. Right.
yeah, yep.
Wow.
Johnny, can I ask you one thing? Was during your marriage life and younger, being a mom, was it a hard struggle mentally going through that?
No, because when I realized I had already had 3 kids,
Right.
and it really was after that it was hard. After I realized, you know, and I went through 3 years of therapy because I thought there's no way.
Right.
You know, and a lot of it was because of scripture and
Right.
and my beliefs, but once you kind of come to terms with, you know, who you are as a person, doesn't matter who you're with as long as you're happy. So
Right.
I totally agree with that.
and my kids, my kids all if there's 1 or 2 things that I've taught them is to work hard, to be honest, and love who you love. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, like, if Jennifer Aniston said, "Gina, I want to kiss you," I wouldn't say no. I mean, she's hot.
You say,
You know,
yes, ma'am. Can I please have another?
right. I'd just be like, "Well, you're hot. I'm not going to say no. Am I stupid?" You know, I'd be like, "I kissed that chick, dude." I'd be like,
No.
"I kissed her." I have no problem with it. I don't know. But now, when I was younger, when it's not as acceptable, it's like, I know people hid stuff, and I get why, and I totally get why, you know.
You know, we stereotype people though, because Jennifer Aniston is hot.
Yeah.
We assume that she's a good kisser, but some of the best kissers, they're not like drop dead gorgeous. They were, you know, they were just fun, crazy, you know, and they could kiss. It didn't matter how pretty they were.
When I was younger, I mean, I was a pretty decent looker, and this guy, he wasn't cute at all. But I'm not judgmental, and he kissed me. I'm like, dude,
do that one more time.
Have you practiced this a lot? I said, how'd you learn how to do that? And he said, what? I said, you got kids? He goes, yeah. I said, oh my God, these kids are cute. But how did you learn how to kiss like that? He goes, I read a book. I was like, whatever.
Isn't it Cher that sings? It's in his kiss. Isn't that a line in one of her songs? Right?
It's in the kiss. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. It's
well,
a kiss.
I'll make a comment to that question about past relationships affecting your self-image. I've always been one of those people that never had a long relationship. I would get to the point where I felt really, really good about myself. And that seemed to be when people were attracted. That makes sense, right? And then I'd get in a relationship, and it didn't matter if they were good or bad. This is me. My view of myself started going down. All of a sudden, I felt inadequate. I didn't feel good enough. Every insecurity in me just seemed to jump right out. But there are some relationships where people do things that make you feel very insecure. And then there are relationships where you feel like, wow, hallelujah, I can finally be myself, and this is awesome. Like,
But okay, on that subject, but don't and all you ladies answer this when it comes to sex or whatever, being a woman, I think if you don't have, I think when you're comfortable with yourself, everything is better. I mean, like if you believe in yourself, you know, uh, I ain't a looker, but I am not shy. You can ask Bree; she knows I'm not shy. If I see a hot guy, I don't care. I'll go, dude. You're hot, dude. I have
Take my picture. Take my picture.
oh,
yeah,
that's
take
what
my.
I want.
I'm be like, take my picture, dude. Look at this. That little Marine guy at the meetup. I was like, damn, you hot, mofo. But yeah, I think that everything is better when you come into yourself and you believe in yourself. No matter on the reality of it's what you are inside. I think it makes you where no matter what it is, if you believe in yourself, you're gonna do good at it. You know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You
The
you know
body
one
image is
thing.
tough, especially as we get older.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know one thing I tell my kids, and mostly I do tell my daughters this because they'll be with these guys for whatever reason, and then they're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna break up with them because XYZ. And I tell my kids, like, you have to ask yourself, are you perfect?
Right.
Because we're not. There's something that your partner doesn't like about you, and there's
Right.
going to be things that if you're looking for somebody that's 100% perfect, you're going to be spend your life looking. You
Yeah.
have to compromise, not big stuff, not, but if we're not perfect, how can we find perfect?
True, but at the same time, if you're looking to find fault in them, they're not the right one for you, and they deserve someone that's seeing the good.
Well, no,
Right,
when
agree,
I was
agree.
married, I felt in not, and he didn't cause this. He didn't make me feel inadequate, but my husband was very nice looking and a little bit younger than me and very nice looking. I was very insecure about that. I became it played on our marriage. I think it was part of why we grew apart because I was never felt like I was good enough. But he didn't cause that. I mean, he loved me and he encouraged me, but I felt that, he was a Ken and I wasn't Barbie. I was that cheap doll on the, I, I mean, that's how I felt about it. And I think that, but I was younger. And so I think after that and going through the divorce and all that, that's where I learned that. I think if I'm confident in whatever it is, I mean, I went out with some nice looking guys, and when I was younger, and I had no problem asking them out. I'm not shy at one whatsoever. And when I came into understanding me, I don't know, it just wasn't a problem.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Does anybody else want to take a stab at that question? It's just such a good one.
Please, you or me?
I know.
I think so. When I got divorced, and it was me and the three kids, it was like it took me a moment to realize I was like I'm struggling, and it
She
that
dances so good. She dances so good. She not.
it take it took me time to trust in me.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was young. I was what, 22 when I got divorced, and it was just me and the kids, and he he make me not not trusting me, like, he make that happen.
Yeah.
I didn't trust in myself. I was like, I cannot do this with three kids on my own. And then I realized that because of that, I have really hard time trusting people because he make me not trust myself. So yeah, it he did. It took me time to, like, regain that trust in me. That's when I put myself together and say, no, this is have to be this way. And it have took me long time to trust in me and in the people that I got around.
Mm-hmm.
Let me ask you this, are you shy in any sort of way?
It depends.
She does have those shy moments. It's hard to believe.
She
But
is
I've
so
seen her
what
shy.
I seen of her at the meetup, her confidence spills out. You know, like especially when we were all dancing. She was so calm. It was so cute. And so,
It's,
you know, I was
I
just
think
like
so.
she's
It's
so
not
solid with
me.
herself.
I'm okay with how I look. You know,
I think
I
you're
do not
beautiful,
care.
yeah.
You know, um, and that's one of the things that I have learned myself. Like I am okay how I look. You know, my husband loves me the way that I am. You know, so
Yeah.
my kids love me the way I am. You know, the
You're beautiful.
craziness, the I really like my short hair. They don't care, so that makes me feel okay. And but most of everything is like when I look at the mirror, I'm comfortable
Yep.
with what I see, not
Right.
only external but internal. You know.
Right. Right.
So, but it depends of the situation. You know, it depends. I'm shy. I don't know when with new people around. Yeah, I get a little shy. You know, and I
Right.
need trust and to you know. But then you guys have seen me. You know, so when I'm comfortable, I'm comfortable.
Used
Mhm.
to you know at the meetup when Ray asked me to dance, used to when I was younger, I wouldn't have danced with Ray. I mean, you know, and I know it was his friend, but what I'm saying, I would have been uncomfortable because I'd be that dude's too hot. I can't. He's talking to me for some other reason, you know, and it's like shit. I got up and danced. I was like, yeah, that's right, Ray. That's right. You know, I think for a woman, when you become comfortable with you inside and out, like you're
Yeah,
saying, there's no stopping you, you know, and
yeah,
I think that's an advantage of being a woman.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. And I think sometimes we have to learn that it's okay to be on our own. Like, I used
Yes.
to always think, okay, well, what's wrong with me? Why haven't I found that person that I want to be with? Because you're supposed to always have someone. And now, you get to this point where it's like, no, I'm okay the way I am. And then, damn it, if that didn't change.
Right.
And that starts all the way back into high school. You don't want to go to
Yep.
prom alone. You don't want to go
Right.
to,
yeah,
Yep.
it's the, oh, aren't you going with somebody? So then you go through life. Oh, I don't want to be alone. And the best things happen when you're alone because you find
yes.
Yeah.
yourself. Yeah.
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 It
I,
happens to me with my kids, and it was I start working. We were in Florida. I started working, and I took my days off to take them to the movies or to a restaurant, and I see everybody, with the others. I was like, I'm just here with my kids,
right.
and I feel like something is missing. But one day we went, and I was like, no, I have to in my side my kids. That's all it matters. So I
Mhm.
start every day. It only matters that I have them. And that's all it matters. Them. So we start doing it regularly, going outside, just the four of us, and it was kind of like we joined. They were happy. I was happy. I found myself being happy with that, and then it's like, okay, whatever. And then Travis happened. I was like, I just got comfortable, and Travis happened.
Right? It's
Mhm.
just like Rayleigh Creative Travels says, when you least expect it, that special somebody shows up. They just throw a wrench in everything. You're finally okay with the way things are
I was
going.
really
Yeah.
happy, and then finally Travis like boom. It's like, oh no. But
And when you're raising kids, they know when you're happy. When
yeah,
you're
Hmm.
happy, they're happy.
yes,
Mhm.
That's a spot on statement right there,
Yeah,
yeah.
for sure.
definitely.
That question is too hard for me. It's just I'm too simple. I don't know.
How has
Yeah.
relationships affected your self-image?
Hey, Jeffy Bear,
It's
good
too
to
hard.
see you here. Hello, Rebecca. We got Cass in here. I'm way behind in the chat just because I was keeping that question up
I
there.
became more. I'll answer. I became more self-confident and with my self-image when I was single than I did when I was in a relationship. It's
Yeah,
Mhm.
because I
me too.
learned, and I learned what I did wrong in those relationships of not believing in myself. You know.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Well, even now, I feel myself sometimes wanting to slip Right? And I'm like, no, keep being me. It's okay. It's okay. If they don't want to be here, they won't be here. Right?
So I am married. I don't, I don't have a divorce story. 20-something years. And he's
Good for
supportive.
you.
He's supportive. Like, he's, and I do things independently, and he does things independently, and
You sound guilty, Bree. You're fine.
Yeah.
I don't know, like how it shapes my self-image. Like, I mean, I don't know, I think part of me is like kind of a dork, and I don't want to come on panel and say stupid things and laugh out my nose and snot's flying or whatever.
Oh,
it's
nice.
Like, I just
nice.
When
the snot flies, the truth happens right then. Guys, she is shy, but when we put and I got her to dance, and she was tearing it up out there. Yeah, buddy. She's like, no, not me, as she's walking to the dance floor. No, not me. No, not me.
Hey, buddy. Good to see you here. Yeah, that was a good question. Hey, anybody else got questions? Let's talk about sex. I mean, it's Saturday night. Let me crack this drink open.
Okay, bye.
Sex with who? With who?
Oh, I don't know. We're women. Let's just
talk. Back to that guy that was not so cute. He not only kissed good, he did other things good. I had to ask him, how did you learn all this stuff? I'm like,
the kiss was that good that you let him.
Yeah, I was like, and he started laughing. I go, I set up. I said, I gotta know. Where the hell did you learn this at? He's like, I read a lot of. He said, I read a lot of books, and he was dead serious. I read a lot of books. I said, keep reading, brother. That's awesome, dude.
I am so gonna support childhood literacy now.
Yeah. Right. I was just like, yeah, you rock, man. Keep on reading. Do the women a favor. You're so awesome. But he's just like, he was so. I embarrassed him. I was like, whatever, it's all good. Don't be embarrassed.
Teach a class. Tell him to teach classes.
Right. Well, I did say something to the fact. I know some men that really need to talk to you. They. And and we're still friends to this day. It was a one-time thing, and he's just a nice guy. He's married and got 4 kids. And I was like, yeah, but he's such a nice guy, and I mean, but his kids are beautiful. My God, his kids are beautiful.
Wow. So we did have a question as to if all of us are solo travelers.
RFB BFE is wanting to know if we can lower the lights and whisper and talk about it. I would honestly scare you, so we won't do that.
Oh my goodness.
So are we talking sex or not?
Oh yeah. Okay, then I hop right in there.
I'm not volunteering myself, but
you know what? I will tell you though, getting older has a lot of perks when it comes to our sexuality.
So
I really feel like I'm getting to know who I am.
Well, at least I'm not the only one.
Right?
But because me personally, I come from a family that we were into religion big time. So it was a big, issue in the house to talk about sex. And put it in this perspective, when I have my first daughter, I was 16. But it didn't mean that I knew what an orgasm was at that moment.
Right.
I discovered that when I was going with my second marriage, and that night I was like, something is happening. I'm about to die. And it's like, what happened? I'm like, I don't know how to explain. I'm about to die.
You're like, stop.
Like, for real. And he was like, but describe it to me. I was like, I have this feeling and I don't know.
So he was there? Yeah. We lost Gina for a minute there.
I'm dying. Stop. I'm dying.
So I have been improving into that area, you know. I have been discovering a lot with the years. But yeah.
So at
I
what
feel
point did it go from
I've
I'm
never
gonna
heard it
die?
described as dying.
Yeah, how did it go from I feel like I'm gonna die to it was a good thing? Like what
Yeah.
happened in that moment that it switched from that to
Well,
a good
because
thing?
Please tell
we
us, because I
stopped.
need to know this.
We stopped, and I explained it to him. It's like, this is what I'm feeling right now. It's like, it's okay. You're just having an orgasm. It's like, okay. So it's supposed to happen
Okay.
every
Oh, just
time.
that thing.
Long as I'm not
Yeah, like,
dying, it's all good. Do it again.
you're not dying. You're okay. That's supposed to happen every time, multiple times.
Yeah, but not every experience like that's the same either. That's one of the really cool things.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, now I think also as a woman, you need to be comfortable. Guys have no problem saying, "Hey, I want this." I think as a woman, if you're not comfortable enough to say what you like and what you want somebody to do, then you probably shouldn't be having sex. You know, my opinion.
well, it's one thing to learn yourself what
Right.
feels good.
Yep.
But I think it's important for communication for both people because you both want to feel like you're doing things the way it should be done, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Everybody got really quiet. Keely, what's the cookies for?
Oh, I could tell you a cookie joke about sex and cookies, but I won't. We won't do that.
Yeah. Ruth says she has to agree. You have to be comfortable. The more you're comfortable with someone makes such a difference too. Such a difference. Don't you think?
Yeah.
Yep.
Burning up the roast says women are trained not to ask. Women of our age, yeah, but I have no fear. No fear.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, I mean, if you cannot comfortably say what you're feeling or want somebody to do or say, then you're probably in the wrong relationship and the wrong thing. You know.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's not something you can do right off the bat either, right? So
not when you're young. As you get older.
How do you know when it's okay to start more of that communication? Is it like baby steps? Like,
wait a minute, but what are you asking? You're saying, so if you go to a bar and you meet another person that you want to have sex with, what are you saying? Don't ask them, don't tell them, wait for them. What are you saying?
Wait.
I mean, it don't make you a hooker if you say, it don't make you a hooker if you're honest about what you're feeling or what you're saying. And I don't know. When I was younger, yeah, I would have never said anything. But as I got older, I was comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Own it when you feel it. There you go.
That's a whole separate story. Just don't tell much things around the campfire. Mark sometimes shows up at just the oddest times when people are at their very happiest. And then when you tell him about it, it makes him extremely uncomfortable.
What now? I'm missing it.
Yeah, no, I'm not repeating that one.
Whatever. All right, Nate, tell us, buddy. Just type it in the chat.
No, okay. So it happened to have like an amazing experience, and Mark showed up just as it pretty much finished. So I had to tell him all about it. And I didn't leave out any details. It's so nice sometimes when you have guys in your life that are friends, though.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Like it's such a blessing to have that, and then to have a relationship with someone that's your friend at the same time. That's something that's all new to me, and it's awesome. Bree, it sounds like you guys probably have had a lot of that relationship. Like you say, you guys can do things independently and not.
Independently doing stuff is
Yes,
good too.
Kevin.
No, I muted myself because my daughter is making a smoothie.
Oh.
Well,
She's turning
The
red.
blender's going all
I mean,
crazy.
to put this in perspective, doing things yourself is good too, guys. So you know.
Guess what I just read last night?
Yeah. I gotta ask Johnny though. Now, Johnny, okay. So when you first realized that you were gay, was it hard for you to make that first move to ask a girl out, or was it different? Did it feel different?
No.
Yeah, that's what I thought. No.
I actually was for about 6 years or so or more probably. I didn't really say anything.
Right.
And then somebody approached me, and because I guess it was like duh. But yeah, so I never, and then after that it was pretty, it's like you get on dating sites or whatever. So yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
No, I've never done a dating site. I don't know if I could do a dating site. I have younger friends that say, yeah, I'm hooking. I have a guy friend, he's younger, and he's like, I hooked up with this girl off of the phone, off of some datings. I'm like, you just went to her house? Yeah. I'm like, what?
Oh, I've done the online dating over the years, and they'll literally, like, you'll get a simple thing just saying sex, question mark. It's like block, right?
Yeah.
Or they start trying to send you messages at like 2 a.m. Like there's just a lot of, I think probably the worst thing ever for my self-esteem is trying to date online. Because everything's got to fit.
Are you talking about actual dating or phone sex?
Well, no, like the actual trying to find someone to date online is
Right.
really not good for a person's self-esteem, because there are some people that are having 20 different things that they've got going on, or they feel like, oh, you didn't check this box or that box. So there's probably someone with bigger boobs than you. Yeah, you're a great person with a nice personality, but your butt's too big, or right?
Yeah,
like it's just.
right.
I think that's when I felt.
Yeah, if somebody would have said that to me, I'd have said, well, yours too small, so see ya. But
See ya.
yeah, sorry. Yeah, for sure.
Does anyone want to? I'm skipping right over this question myself, but what's the craziest?
I have no problem to answer this one.
Okay.
Travis and me, we were in our honeymoon, right? We went to Puerto Rico. So we were walking along the beach, and it was just me and him, and we hid behind the rocks.
You sit behind a rock?
And I was like, baby, we have to be careful. The people don't come. It's like, we are behind the rock. Nobody's going to watch.
I'd be more concerned about the wildlife. Where were you?
That's great.
Oh, Gina, now you gotta have an answer for this one.
Roof. On
what?
On a roof on a house. Yep. And during the what was going on, he kicked his pants. They fell off the roof. So I was like, oh hell! Now you got to climb down that ladder butt ass naked. That's great.
Everything hanging.
Yeah. It was funny. It was pretty funny.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Nate, are you writing this down? No, I'm just kidding.
The most worst place would be in the back of a VW Bug. I'm like, dude, this shit's not working. I mean, this is not working. Colin, I was like, it's off. Time. Let's go home. I'm out of the mood. This is not working. And he's like, really? I go, really? Really?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Carly's like 50 Shades of Grey. Blaine says that he and his wife went on MySpace.
You had sex on MySpace?
No, they met on MySpace.
Oh shit! I was like, that's a whole new MySpace. I never heard of that.
Hey Phil, good to meet you. She was reading 50 Shades of Grey. You know, I never did finish that book. I watched the movie. I was kind of disappointed with the movie, so I just didn't feel like getting the books. But boy, I read some good romance novels. There are so many unique ways to name body parts.
Yeah, I'll tell you a risque book is that Madonna book. I forget the name of the book. You guys know what I'm talking about? Remember that book she released? I bet you and I will remember it.
Huh.
Me?
Yeah. Well, because you're younger than me, you're most of us, aren't you?
Remember when I was younger than you, I was in Puerto Rico, so no.
Well, Madonna was big in Puerto Rico, wasn't she?
Yeah, but not to read their stuff.
Yeah, well, she has it's a sex book, is what it is. It's pretty.
Remember that I come from a religious family.
I've dated a preacher's son, which was he was wilder than anybody. But yeah, the Madonna book, I'm telling you guys, didn't make your lip curl. You're like, what?
Hi, Erica. Good to see you here. Oh, I think we've all gotten sand in some unpleasant places at one time or another. Oh my goodness.
Hope Bus says I got banned in the UK. What? Baby, you need to be
that Madonna
online dating.
Yeah, okay.
The Madonna thing, yeah.
I thought she meant she got banned. I was like, come up and tell us. Come on.
Oh, that's a good comment, Michelle. Did those shingles feel like sandpaper when you're up on the roof, Gina?
I wasn't on bottom. I don't know. So
your knees, baby, your knees. I don't know.
No, we actually had a blanket. We were up there actually watching fireworks. Is how it all started. It was somebody I'd been dating for a few years, and we were at his house watching fireworks. But his kids were gone, and they came home right after he got off the ladder, which that was a close one. That would have been hard to explain. Yo, Dad, why was you up on the roof naked? You know, that might have not went over well.
I'd have to admit to maybe either church was the worst place I've
I knew it.
Sex at church?
I may or may not have done it in a church.
What?
And if you Google the St. Louis City Museum,
I'm going to have to say
there's
she's
like
the biggest freak up
everywhere.
here. I'm going to have to say you're the biggest freak up here, dude.
It was not in session. It was.
What did you say that this is not a session?
What? It was not in session. It wasn't
but
Sunday
it
morning
service.
Not. When she said, "Oh God," it was a whole different.
Oh my God!
I went to confession. It's all good.
Oh, I would have loved to have been listening to that one.
I can hear her now. Lord Jesus.
The devil made me do it.
I see Johnny in a whole different light now. I love it.
Oh,
well, you don't know the half of it.
Woo wee.
Was that church before or after the service? Who got service?
Right.
I'm not here.
Oh,
Gina gone wild. Wait, now. Case in America says Gina gone wild. No, it's Johnny gone wild, dude. Seriously. Johnny just took the whole cake. I see her differently now.
Kaylee says God knows God's going to see you no matter where you do it, so you might as well.
Front row, baby. Front row.
I knew I liked Keely.
How many Hail Marys did you say?
Yeah, Dream on Wheels. That's why Johnny's so quiet. Too many stories to tell. Yeah, now we're peeling back the truth here.
Yeah.
Every time I see Johnny, I'm gonna say, "Oh God."
That's why I always say, "Thank you, Jesus."
Now here's my challenge. you know, when I'm
Jesus,
not in a
Joseph,
relationship,
Mary.
I say everything, and then I'm in a relationship, and I'm like, would he really want to hear any of these answers? Because Linda's like, Paula, did you answer the question? No, I didn't answer the question.
I'm still picturing this in church. I'm sorry, Johnny. I'm just picturing church. Johnny was busy in church. She'd be
I'll
like,
give
smack
you more
that ass,
details
smack
later.
that ass, smack that ass. Woo!
Wow.
Yeah, it's the quiet ones you got to watch. That's what I'm telling you
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Wow.
Wow.
Jesus,
But-
Joseph, Mary.
But
What?
Brie hasn't answered the question. She's going red again.
Yeah, Brie. Where's the oddest place you've ever done it, Brie?
Oh,
Come on,
Lord.
Brie. Bree's gonna say something like on a horse. Go ahead,
Hey,
Bree.
Bill, good to see you here.
Oh, Lord.
Come on, Bree. Tell us your oddest place.
Yanai's just giggling. Yanai's got so many of them. She's like, which one do I say next? And Bree's just waiting for her to jump in.
If this makes you feel any better, they have drive-ins. They used to have drive-in here in Grants Pass, Oregon, and my daughter was conceived at the drive-in. We went to see the movie Cowboy Way 5 times. Me and my husband never watched it, but that's where she was conceived.
Is it getting hot in here, Bree?
Yeah, come on, Bree.
Yeah.
She's getting hot and bothered just thinking about it.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
She'd be like, call her, hey, can you come home now? Can you come home?
That's right. She doesn't want to incriminate herself, Erica.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That's
I'm
funny.
trying to even think. I don't think I've ever been creative sexually.
What?
Yeah, I think I'm pretty boring.
I don't believe that I don't
Really?
believe that shit for a minute. Honestly.
Paula,
Honestly, I've talked to Paula on the phone. I've heard some stories.
What? I plead the fifth as well.
There you go. See? At least Johnny admits to it. You know, she's not
I
shy.
was married to a cop for 23 years.
Oh,
Imagine
hell.
where cops get into.
Oh, yeah. So see?
yeah, I got a cop boyfriend. Yep.
Woo, doggy. Chat, you guys need to put in here some of the oddest places y'all did something.
Some of them have been saying, that's right, Tracy. Nate's listening.
It's okay. Everything's in the past, you know? Everything's in the past.
Right. Agreed.
Yeah, I don't know how much I want to incriminate myself at this moment. I think Bree's probably going through that same dilemma.
But she don't have to incriminate. She has a husband, you know?
Right.
What has been the craziest that you have been with your husband?
Yeah, and how many years you been married? No, there's some freaking. You know that. I no.
Well, not many people can say they have an ambulance.
There you go. And look what Desert Adventures in Arizona in Japan, they have drive-in car hotels for couples to really.
Oh, Mark's still here. Paula, I know that's BS. They've been at the campfire. Yeah, I had an hour. Okay, no, I don't. I just don't know how much I can say right now. But I guess you and I brought up orgasms. But I had one. I swear, honest to God, lasted like an hour, and like we just took turns keeping it prolonged. It just kept going. It was awesome, and then Mark shows up, and I'm like, "Oh my God!" And I'm like, "Tell him."
Woo-wee.
And when you eat those little tiny gummies, oh my God.
Wait. Whoa, what?
Oh yeah. Remember the whole, what do you call it? Horny weed, Gina, one time we were referring to it. Holy hell, where has that been all my life? Let me tell you, it doesn't matter what my hormones are or are not going to do for the rest of my life. As long as we got those little things, it's good. It's golden. It's awesome. And the best thing is you can focus your attention to any part of your body.
I can see her here in Oregon going into a dispensary. Do you have that horny weed? That
Yes.
You don't even want to know how many ways I've tried to describe this going into places because I don't know anything about it. And I'm
my God, if you ever come to Oregon, I'm going to a dispensary with you. I'm going to watch this shit. I'm going to film it, dude. That'll be good.
It is funny. It's ridiculous, but it is fantastic. Fantastic.
What's the best excuse you have ever used to avoid talk with your kids? Oh, yeah.
About sex?
Yeah.
Oh, I've never avoided it. I've pushed that kid with so many things. I actually know his first time. What 20-year-old boy's mother knows what funny story happened for his first time? We're that close, Johnny. I'm the one that gets a call in the middle of the night too when they're hammered.
Yeah.
Well, I think the worst part, I think when my daughter was little, she'd be knocking on the door in the middle of the night. What are you doing? What's going on? What's going, what do you say? They're too young to understand. What do you say? Nothing. I fell down. I fell. It's all good. It's all good.
Oh, she means if they caught you. Yeah. I don't know.
My daughter would knock on the door. Mom, Dad, what are you doing? What's going on? Nothing.
Oh my God.
My parents were very much, I don't know, Saturday mornings, was that a thing? I don't know when all they did it, but Saturday mornings, so help me. You are not even allowed to go into the kitchen to get a glass of milk because the fridge was by their room and hollering at you to go back to your cartoons and then be like, we're discussing business. And I think I've said this before. So for years,
you tell your boyfriend.
I literally pictured them sitting on their bed with a bunch of paperwork.
I would have carried it further.
Saturdays for business, Sundays for church.
Right.
Business.
Yeah. Saturday business, Sunday church.
So they would just say they're folding laundry.
So we were in the RV, right? And that Diane and I sleep in the front of the RV. Oh my God. So we get, into business, and the next morning, Diane say, Mommy, it was me, or I feel the RV was moving a lot.
They're hanging on.
Travis got red, and I froze. I was like, I don't know what to say.
I had a leg cramp. I was moving my leg.
We move a lot.
Oh, George and Rose wants to know what these gummies are.
Right? I knew somebody was going to ask. Where do you buy those at, and how much are they a pack? She's like, where do you buy those, and how much are they a pack?
Do you know that stuff is way more expensive in Canada? Everything is more expensive in Canada. Anything that can provide a good time is just too expensive here.
All right. So let me ask you all this. What's the best pickup line you ever put out there?
The what?
The best pickup line. Johnny, you're first.
I don't know if I've ever in my life had it. I don't know. Kelly did.
Wait. I'm lost in translation. What is the pickup line?
A pickup line is like, hey, is that a mirror in your pocket? Because I can sure see myself in your drawers. Something like that. That's a pickup line. What's the best? Have you ever used a pickup line?
No.
Nope, really. She just walks up and says, hey. She just walks up and say, it's me, Johnny. That's. What about you, Bree? I know you got a pickup line, girl.
No. Of course not. No, but I will say, no, I am not clever. I am not clever. I'm not funny. I'm just boring. When my husband and I were dating or whatever, and it's like,
freak.
I'm getting a little older, trying to figure out where the relationship's going, whatever. I knew I wanted to marry him. So it's like, I was basically like, are we getting married or what?
Right. Nice.
That's my pickup line. I mean, let's go.
She's like, Pooper, get off the pot. Are we getting married or what?
Time's ticking.
Oh, hope
I
Buster,
swear,
you're
if
not
somebody ever
going.
asked me the classic, "What's your sign?" I'd say closed, 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 closed.
Closed.
I had
Steve
a
says
bumper
many years
sticker.
ago he had a bumper sticker on his 1971 Dodge van that said, "If the van's a rockin', don't come a
Don't bother
knockin'."
knocking. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, that could be because it's a windy day too. So
Well, that's what I used to say. If the ambulance rocking, it's just because it's windy out. But now
Yeah.
it's a little
now
bit
we know
different.
the truth. Now we know the truth,
Right.
Nate. Now we know the truth, Nate.
Except I hate to say it like this, but your husband has shook my ambulance too. But that's from jumping on the bumper on the back of it while I'm trying to do a live stream.
I seen their RV rocking at the meetup. I'm pretty sure it was. The kids were not in it. They were, but yeah. You know, he's like, I'm not saying nothing.
What? Who say what?
Nothing. It's all good.
Pickup lines.
Pickup line. I mean, like, I don't know. I have no problem saying something to somebody like, "You're so hot, I drink your bath water." I have no problem with that. I remember when I got jujitsu with that. Dude, you're so hot, I drink your bath water.
Carol says, if I told you you had a nice body, would you hold it against me? She's had that one used on her.
Nice.
Yeah, that's a good song too, actually.
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't know if I've heard that many pickup lines, but and maybe I just don't notice them. Like I need something super obvious, like someone dropping their pants in a crowd, hollering out my name.
I heard a guy. It wasn't really a pickup line, but it was a flirt line. That we were at a restaurant. A bunch of us after the bar, we all went to a restaurant. The waitress had walked up and there was a sugar packet on the floor. He goes, "Excuse me, ma'am, your name tag's on the floor." I'm like, "Oh my God, come on." but that was pretty good. She's like, "Oh my God," and you know, he was cute though. But yeah, I thought that was
this
cute.
is funny. Want to go halfers on a baby?
Yeah.
No.
That puts a whole new meaning to Amanda just chilling.
Oh my gosh.
That's pretty good. You want to go halfies on a baby?
Yeah. That's why the lesbian population keeps growing. Because men say stupid stuff like that.
That's great.
Oh, well, now Mark's letting loose. I love this. Mark's being Mark. Pickup line. Did you get those clothes on sale? Because at my house, they're 100% off.
There you go.
Ooh.
That's pretty good.
Nate, you better be getting all your clothes on sale when you're on your trip. Just saying. That sugar packet line is really giving me a cavity, Phil says.
Ooh.
It's so sweet. Oh, you must be tired because you've been running through my mind.
Oh, yeah. That's a good one. Yeah, that's a good one. Let's see.
Oh, Crystal's full of all sorts of questions for us tonight. What's the most romantic dinner your other half has ever made you, but you didn't like it and ate it anyways?
I was a cheap date. McDonald's worked.
I'm trying to think what was made that I didn't like.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know of any food that I don't like. I mean,
oh, I do know someone that tried to be creative once and had potatoes peeled, chopped in pieces in tin foil on the barbecue, and put barbecue sauce on the potatoes. That was the grossest thing I ever tasted.
You know what I did when I started dating Kelly? She was on the road and she was in Indiana. That's only about 4-hour drive from where I was at. And I sent her, I said, "Hey, go by this place and check this out. You're right in the same town." And I went there and I had a picnic basket, blanket, flowers. Well, the address that I sent her, she GPSed it and it took her to a retirement home. And I was at the lake and I was at a lake and she called me and she says, why do you want me to see this place? The people at the gate won't let me in. And I was like, where are you at? And she was totally on the other side of the lake. And I was like, oh, well, I'm like a mile away if you want to drive around the lake.
Oh.
Oh my God. Oh my God. My first date was at an old folks' home.
Right.
Oh my God.
Are you telling me I'm old?
Right.
I could probably speak up more if we were talking about things like terrible dates. I tend to have more of those stories. Sheesh.
I'm trying to remember the worst date I ever had.
Like one time I got taken fishing. And then one time I thought we were going to go to a movie. We ended up going to the bar and they had strippers there. And I was like,
stripper bars are fun.
Date. I was like, what the hell is
Not
this?
a first date.
Yes. Obviously, he thought he was getting something, but it didn't get my motor running.
I don't know about a date, but stripper bars are fun if you go there with a bunch of girls. Stripper bars are a lot of fun.
I've never been to a strip club.
What?
No.
Okay, Johnny, we're going when you come to Medford, Oregon.
I've only ever gone to a male strip bar once.
No, I'm talking about a female strip bar.
No, but just listen, I went once. I was 8 months pregnant, so I couldn't drink, and I was with my mom and my aunt. And my mom's really conservative. I'm surprised we got her there at all. That was the most uncomfortable, awkward evening ever.
Yeah. Strip bars are fun. And what's so fun about them, if you go with a group of girls and you go to a strip bar, it's a lot of fun because the girls had rather dance for women than they do men because it's different. They have a lot more fun. We had the girls that were dancing there. They came and sit at our table after the show. You know, they were just really fun to be around. But like I had never been before, and so they paid for a lap dance, and I had to be on stage, and they made me sit on my hands. I wasn't gonna grab them anyway, but this girl could dance. I'm like, damn girl, you dance good. That's what I told you. You dance good. She was all happy, but I was just like, no wonder guys come to these bars, you know?
Yeah. Hope says that your date took you to a male strip bar.
No, it was females.
Oh, it was female.
Yeah.
Well, did you get a lap dance?
No. I've gotten a lap dance with male strippers before. A friend of mine went with a group of girls, small town bar. And yeah, that was extremely uncomfortable because it was my first experience with anything like that. And I thought I was going to have a panic attack. So the guy's dancing and he's like, it's okay. I'll be done soon. Is there anything else I can do to make you comfortable while you're up here? Like, just get it done. Just get it done.
Just get it done. I've only been to one male strip show and I was like, Lord, why'd you bring me here? These guys were not good looking. I mean, they were like really skinny. I was like, what am I supposed to like about this show? I asked my friend, it was like $30 a ticket. I go, I'm not giving them my dollar bills. I'm not even giving them my food card. I'm not doing nothing. They're not getting nothing from me. I feel sorry for these guys. Yeah, it was the worst strip show I've ever seen.
Phil, I'll tell you really quick. So I'm Paula Van Vida Travels. Next to me is Gina with Van Life with Gina. Next to her is Johnny of Johnny's Journey. Below me is Yanai with Dream on Wheels, and Bree is TGIF. And if my moderators wouldn't mind dropping some of these ladies' links in the chat, that would be fabulous. So Phil can make sure that he connects with everybody up here because all these ladies are absolutely amazing.
So I see Diane dated a male stripper. Tell us, Diane, what was that like?
Oh, I don't know if I could handle that. I'd be too jealous.
Can they do that pole thing?
Right.
Do male strippers dance on a pole?
Yeah.
I saw it on TikTok. I mean, it was like in my feed somehow.
Well, there's a TikToker that is a fan. I mean, I wouldn't call it pole dancing, but I mean, dude, this guy is. I mean, he's buff and like he can hold his body weight like with one arm like this. I mean, it was great. Well, I mean, it wasn't sexual. It was just awesome.
Yeah, you definitely have to appreciate the hard work that they put into that, right?
The hard. She said the hard word.
Hey, Marco, good to see you here.
You and I caught it. You and I got it.
Oh, what did I miss? His ego got huge.
Yeah, huge. I would think a male stripper's ego would be out of hand.
Carol says her ex was a stripper before she met him. Just meant we both liked to dance and he had some good moves.
Debbie F says hard work.
Right Debbie on, doesn't need any moose milk to be naughty.
Nice. Nice.
Oh my.
Don't you like those? Now, Breeze, you guys, I just started watching TikTok because of y'all, but there's some really good dancers on TikTok. I mean, really good dancers. I like the ones that do that click, click, boom, click, click. You know, and I'm like, oh, shit.
I haven't seen on any of my feeds. I must be going to all the wrong places.
Oh, I must have clicked on the right ones because that's all I get on my feed now is, you know.
Yeah. TikTok is smart. TikTok is smart. It'll learn exactly what you want to see.
I'm going to show you one right now.
Oh, this is a good point, Bear. Female stripper, you need a large ego. And one other thing, I will tell you, when I went to that male stripper with my mom and my aunt, the next day my uncle was like, so how was it? And I was like, I had no idea Ontario was so big. I was just like,
what was so big?
Oh, what a waste. Oh, there's no strippers at M22, but are any of you guys going to be there? Are we going to fix that? But what happens in your campsites stays at the campsites.
Yep.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that get exercise learning how to strip. I just have no rhythm.
See, I get stuff. All my feed comes. I don't even hardly get Breeze feed, and I'm subscribed to her, but all my stuff is like this. I'm like, I'm not subscribed to you, but I am now.
And the worst part is if you're sitting, for example, me sitting besides Travis, it's like, oops, keep scrolling, oops, keep scrolling.
Right.
Thanks so much to have you here, Sandra. You have a good night too. So Marco said he has been a stripper in the past. I could picture that. I could imagine that. Where else am I here? Oh, you guys, I want to be at M22.
I mean, come on. I get these feeds.
You know, behave.
These are the feeds I get.
How do I make her bigger on this screen? Hey?
Behave.
Right? Hang on, I'll show you. I get these feeds all the time.
Damn, Gina, show that again, please.
Yeah, and I mean, like, and he's into older women. I mean, I'm like, okay.
Gotta love those guys that are into older women.
Hello. He said he set up when I said hello. Did you see that? It's like, oh shit, Gina's here.
How do you cuddle somebody that looks like that?
Very tightly. Yeah, don't let loose.
Oh, Mark's bringing them all out tonight. What goes in your mouth rigid and comes out soft and sticky? A stick of gum. What the hell were you thinking?
Oh, Lordy. Georgianne Rose is
his clean
Gina.
version tonight.
Right.
Phil says he's referring to you, Gina. Pink Cat's gonna need Windex for her windows for her phone.
Right.
Keep that clean. Spit and polish over there.
Right, here you go. You like cowboys? There you go.
Yeah.
I'm just like, what?
Jeez. Wow.
Just for the record, my feed does not look like that.
Mine
My feed does not look like that.
Definitely doesn't.
I'm like, okay, all right.
These days, mine's all filled with like waterfalls and
I either
scenery.
get cat videos or those videos. It's either cats
Mine
or
are
this.
like how to make a small bathroom look better. I need a little bit different of a search history, I think.
Oh, yeah, it's either cat videos or that. I mean, look, I'm just scrolling. What? And then it's cat videos. Or midget. I get midget videos too. I don't know what that's telling me.
Is it midget sex video?
Oh, dude, I got to tell you a story about that.
Oh, yay. Let's do it. What?
The first porno I ever seen was midget porno. I was like, my friend goes, well, I was dating him, and he goes, you want to watch a porno? I go, well, I never have. And I said, are you kidding me? It's over. We're not doing nothing. I'm not watching this. It was midget porn. I was like, are you kidding me?
Well, that just brings up so many questions. Like, is everything still proportionate? Like, is it someone that isn't a midget, or are some things not midget?
Well, it's proportionate to them. I mean, he's not hung like a horse, but 3 foot tall. But, maybe for a midget, he'd be hung like a horse. I don't know.
Huh.
She's like, huh.
Jolly Matilda says, what's your favorite body part, male or female? Size. Butt size.
I'm sorry. I like kneecaps. I like kneecaps. You got nice
baby
kneecaps.
ankles.
My thing is the hands. If I don't want those skinny hands, I like big hands.
You like
something that can, like, I have, big curves. So it is not gonna do good if I got a skinny hands. That's not my thing.
Well, what is it? Their hands or their foot size?
No, for me, it's the hands.
Big hands, yeah. They say big hands. They say big nose too. I don't know.
Really? Has anyone checked that theory out?
I know. I've often wondered. I've seen guys with huge nose and often wondered to think, should I ask? But I thought it might come off bad if I said, dude, your nose is big. That might not have went so well.
Oh my God, the next time I walk somewhere and I see someone with really big feet, I'm going to start giggling like a crazy person. The ones that got to special order their shoes.
I don't even get Brie or Yanai's feed on here. I get guys.
Right?
Crazy. There. I mean, if you can fill out a G-string with an elephant tusk hanging off of it, you might be a male stripper.
What's your nickname, horse?
Oh my God.
Lord have mercy. Oh, well, here's a guy for you ladies right here.
Gina, it's a little blurry. Could you fix that?
Now you didn't want to see him anyway. Paula, the size is from the tip of the middle finger to the palm of the hand. Lillian be measuring. Lillian be measuring that crap. Hang on, let me get the measure tape.
I want to ask all the men in the chat: have you measured it?
Oh my God, no!
I
That
want
they have.
to know from every man. Yes, you have, or yes, you haven't measured it.
We had a patient come in one time, and he had a tattoo.
There's nothing better than patience.
He had a tattoo on his thigh, and it was a tape measure, and it said Peter meter. No.
Bear says constantly. He's constantly measuring it.
There was a joke, something like the guy goes in the bathroom and he's using the urinal, and the guy looks over and he sees he has Wendy tattooed on his penis. And the guy's like, he goes, that's pretty cool, Wendy. He goes, no, it says, welcome to Jamaica. Have a nice day. You get it when you unfold it?
Yes, Lillian, I know she meant the man's hand, not the woman's. I was looking and measuring my hand. Hey, so how do you know if they're a perfect fit?
Oh, Lord, this is getting way too deep now.
Does this mean what my needs are?
It is not. It is the way, you know, they look. For example, you know, you see like some guys have like tough, like, you know, chunky, you know, and the way they look, it's something about the hands, you know. I see it and I was like, woo, those hands.
Woo.
I gotta tell you though, I think the sexiest thing is the way someone kisses you. And if you want to talk about your self-esteem or getting your motor started, there is just so much power in a really good kiss. I mean, it's
honestly, it's not about the ride, it's about the mount and dismount. It's not about the ride.
Right?
Yeah.
Talking about lassos, ladies.
Tracy said I didn't answer, and she probably didn't hear me say boobs, but you know what I think? I love it when somebody smiles and they've got the cute smile and they've got the little dimples. I love that. I'm like,
Aubrey, show her your dimples.
Do I have dimples?
Don't you have
do I? I don't think I do.
Oh no.
Nice got some.
Honestly, I think what it is in the kiss or in the person. Now, honestly, to be really honest, it's about if you have fun with them. I'm all about having fun. I mean, you know, just if you can just be yourself and have fun, I think it's the perfect date, you know.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Everybody go, she'd be lying, but no, that's the truth. I'd rather have a fun date than like, oh Jesus, that's it? Really? You know?
None of that tension or weird anticipation, like should or shouldn't I, is or isn't it gonna happen? Like all that stressful stuff. If you can just go have a great time and laugh, that's when the magic really happens.
Right. I agree.
When Kelly and I met for the first time, the night before, we talked for like 13 hours on the phone, and she was out of town, and we were supposed to meet at a restaurant. We did, and after the date,
I think Johnny's a player.
I gave her a card, and the next day she said, "How did you know to give me a card?" And I was like, "Silly, I wouldn't have gave it to you if I didn't have a good time."
Right. Yeah. I say Johnny's a player in that sense. She knows what to do. See, that girl, she got it going on.
Yeah. I don't know. I sent her a camera. On her birthday, I overnighted her a camera to the hotel that she was speaking at. And I gave her a list of 5 things to go see because it was near her birthday. And it was like to a place that had her favorite peanuts. It was a place that had cherry limeade. And I looked all these places up in Kansas. She was in Kansas. She's like, there's nothing here to do for my birthday. So I overnighted her a camera and I said, I want a picture of all these places. It was pretty cool.
Nice.
You know, it's the thought.
Yes, absolutely.
It's not what a person spends or anything. It's the fact that they were thinking about me and wanted to do something nice for me.
Yeah.
That means so much.
Yeah.
So much.
Yeah, for sure. I think when people put thought, and a guy or gal, when they put thought into the date or thought into going back for a second date, thought into it, I think it makes it that much more better.
Yeah.
This is a good point, Phil. When you're young, the hormones rage. After 40, you realize how sexy a homemade bowl of chicken soup brought to you by your partner is.
Right.
That fits so good.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, here's a question for me. Vicky wants to know, regarding your relationship, do you feel outside pressure being that you're a YouTuber dating your man from YouTube? Well, Let me
Well.
tell you right now, I'd have been saying a whole hell of a lot more tonight if we both didn't have YouTube channels. I mean, if I wasn't dating at all, I mean, I have in the past. I've said way too much stuff on some live streams.
Good night,
right?
Lillian.
But now it's me that kind of feels that past history of, oh, I better watch what I say. Whereas in reality, I mean, there's nothing I'm going to say here tonight that he hasn't already heard, right?
Maybe.
So
Maybe.
I just have to get used to being in a relationship.
Right. Let's see here.
I don't think being in the relationship with like another YouTuber is hard. I think, God forbid, but like if there's ever a breakup, I think that would be hard because everybody's part of a community. I don't, and hopefully that never happens, but that would be hard.
Yeah. I agree. I think being in a community together and a breakup, that's rough.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's rough enough when we have a bad day or we share some of our deep, dark secrets and emotions. But yeah, breakup, that's just like, that's as awkward as me sitting beside my ex's ex-wife at Christmas.
Right.
You're just uncomfortable, but everybody's got to be there.
Right. That's true.
Yeah.
Yep.
Bree, what you hiding, Bree? What you hiding? You look like you're hiding something.
My earbud just fell out.
Oh.
So I wonder, any men out in the chat, if they got any last questions for us?
Oh, that could get rough. That could get bad.
If they're brave enough to ask it, we just might answer it.
Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Your last chance.
There'd definitely be pressure.
Any ladies got questions? Guys or ladies got questions? I'll answer anything pretty much.
Vicky's like, yeah, that's more like what I was talking about. Like people telling you to get married. Do you feel outside pressure? It does create a weirdness.
Yeah.
It does. Because sometimes you don't know how to respond online and you're like, you laugh it off or push it to the side. It doesn't mean that you don't think of any of these kinds of things. It's just you don't want to discuss it then.
Right.
But you don't understand if the other person's interpreting it in a different way.
Well,
right?
I think discussing sex on like what we're doing now is a lot easier than discussing feelings or true emotion. I think just talking about relationships is one thing, but when you start bringing in your true feelings in a relationship they're in, I think that's just dangerous territory.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. I'm one-on-one. I'm really good with sharing my deepest thoughts and feelings and emotions. It's.
Oh my God! If you guys read my deepest thoughts, you'd.
What I find the most difficult right now is learning how to be respectful of someone else's feelings, like being considerate of someone else in my decision making, because I've always just done whatever I wanted when I wanted. And so some of me thinks like I should still do that. Like I took a week and I buggered off, right? But now, like, I don't ever feel like I want to ask permission. Do I just say? How do you discuss that? Where's that line?
Right. I get it. Question, my last one. Where's the best place you ever had sex?
Oh, Nick, can I say?
What?
Tell us.
I'm not gonna be first this time.
Okay, so we went to my best friend's daughter's wedding, and we stayed at a campground coming back, and Nate's got he's like, yeah, I don't care. So he's got the back seat out of his SUV, and his SUV is way bigger than mine. So we were in there and we were out looking for Northern Lights. So we're like pretty much parked randomly, whatever, and nothing's really happening. They're kind of there, but they really weren't doing anything. And then he just shook my world and everything started dancing, including the sky. Those auroras came out and they were like the best I have ever seen in my whole life. And it was like the whole deal, yeah, it was awesome.
I would have to say I don't know if I call it the best. I mean, to me, the best place would be at a 5-star hotel with a freaking huge bed and all the wine or whatever, just fancy stuff. But one of the most fun times was when me and my husband first got together. We went camping, and I'm not going to say what we did, but I rocked his world. And he crawls out the tent. He goes, "I absolutely love everybody." He screams it out in the middle of the campground, butt naked. He just stands up. "I love everybody." I'm like, "Dude, just come back in the tent. It's okay. Just come back in the tent."
Hey, Newman Outdoors. Thanks for sending us all a drink.
Yeah,
Really
viral drink.
appreciated.
You want to watch how many drinks you give these ladies? Whew, they get crazy.
Yeah.
And I mean, and then watch sending them to church too.
Okay, who's else has got some really good locations and experiences? Johnny's got something I can just tell.
I know Johnny's got something.
Do not tell me.
Which one do I
I
share?
feel like we answered this question already.
No, that was the most oddest place.
Oh, the odd. Man, I don't know. Kelly and I have traveled so much that
Okay, are you a member of the Mile High Club?
No.
There you go.
I don't think I ever would want to be. Have you been in those bathrooms?
They're
Right,
gross.
I agree.
There's always people out the door. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I'd be like, "Oh no, don't touch that." No.
Wait, no, yeah, touch that, not that.
Yeah, not that. Right.
You guys haven't flown in a while because 2 people can't fit in those bathrooms anymore.
Right. Unless they're midgets.
Oh, geez.
Come on, United and Bree. What are some of the good locations and situations?
Dude,
yeah.
Bed. I don't know. I got nothing.
She didn't answer the other one. What do you think she's gonna answer this one?
I bet you got. If you guys can do it behind a rock, I'm sure you got some better locations.
It depends, because in the past I had a boyfriend. He was a cop, and he took me in his
cops are freaks.
car, and he got this little piece of property, and it was our spot under the stars and all the thing,
Nice.
All right, how about an elevator? Anybody in an elevator?
Oh,
no, I cannot concentrate in an elevator.
Going up, going down.
Oh my god.
Sorry about that, Keely. Thank you for explaining where everyone is. I just realized to go in, I didn't have the names all showing for everybody up here. National parks, Nate says.
We know about national parks.
That's a whole new meaning to National Park Pass.
We know about national parks.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't even say this one, but in my mind, I have this one picture of Nate in this one particular location where something else had happened. In a national park. Yeah. But that's all I'm going to say on that one.
What? No, go ahead. Finish.
What? No. Nate, you tell them.
Definitely.
It was at a national park in an area where there was lots of people hiking, and we just meandered.
Oh, public sex is what you're talking about.
Yeah.
And she was talking about me in the water,
Public sex. So, okay, so you brought it up. Who's had public sex before? Not like where everybody can see it. John, I knew it. Johnny is the one. Yeah.
What, in the church?
Where you could get caught.
Yeah, where you could get caught.
Yeah. You have to Google the St. Louis City Museum. I mean, that's just like there's tunnels and everything everywhere. It's so cool.
I can see
Oh
it.
my
My, what a nice fossil you have.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Art museum or museum? That is a nice painting you're up against right there. Georgianne Rose is my front yard.
Someone earlier said on a hood. Someone had, was it Diane had church in a cemetery on Halloween?
Had church at the cemetery?
I mean, sex. Whoa, I'm really getting, church is just fitting in with sex for me now. Thanks, Johnny.
Oh, Lordy. Good night, Hope Bus.
Ooh, Jolly Matilda in the rain.
Yeah,
Where
that's
are you
cool.
Outside in the rain?
Well, it don't rain in your bedroom, nerd.
Well, it's raining outside. I'm sex inside. Okay, I was just getting specific.
I'm messing
Nerd.
with her. Nerd. I still think right now the winner is church. That's just great. Oh
Definitely.
my God. That's just the winner of. That's the winner for me.
I balanced it out. I've done it at a cemetery too, so
Oh,
Oh!
okay.
no. No.
Wait a minute. How long have you been a nurse, Johnny? 20-something years?
Healthcare 30
Okay,
years.
so in a hospital?
I have we'll
Grey's
talk after
Anatomy
the show.
style.
We'll talk after the show.
We'll talk after the show. Playing doctor, dude.
Thank you, Shanna. Thank you.
In an
could
RV
have the
bus.
roof vent open, Gina, having sex in the rain.
It's raining. Move right here.
Oh, no, move back. So many things I can't say.
Oh my God.
Cemetery, they're all stiff, Mark.
Oh shoot, this person got locked up for having sex at St. Patrick's Cathedral.
Oh man.
Oh. Johnny waking the dead. Waking the dead.
Oh, this has been a fun night. You know what, you guys? I am so thankful you came up onto this live stream. I know I sent some stuff out pretty last minute asking yesterday, but this is so much fun.
I needed a laugh. This was great.
Thanks for the invite.
Mm-hmm. I can't wait till we can all be together. Like Gina and Brie, I haven't met you in person, but that doesn't really seem to matter. Like I feel like I can't wait till all of us get together again. Even though
just so you know, I have a camera. I have a camera, so you and Nate, come on.
Gina, first, before we can have a good time, if we all get together, we have to get something incriminating as evidence. Although I don't know if anything embarrasses her.
Mm-mm. No, I don't embarrass very easy.
George and Rose says, all of you come to M22. I know, I wish.
Come to O23. Come to O23.
Yep.
I found out today I might be parking by John.
You are.
I am. I'm just going to make sure there's no churches near. I'd hate to.
Oh, Gina, I would take you somewhere better than a church. Come on.
Oh, there you go.
What's better than a church?
There you go. Huh? What better? I know. That's just. I think that's classic. I'm just amazed by church. I'm just like, what?
How does that happen? Classy.
It is. I think it's perfect. Cause oh my God, I would have died laughing.
Oh my goodness. Tonight has been a fun night. I needed this. I love you guys to pieces. I can't wait to give each and every one of you a hug. And thank you everybody in the chat for being such good sports. Remember what happens at Van Vida Travels stays at Van Vida Travels.
Not.
Yeah, no.
No.
Jiu-jitsu. Hey, there's the guy I said I'd drink his bathwater.
Oh, Steve, Jiu-Jitsu 2000. Thanks so much
Yes.
for coming in. Good to see you. We're just wrapping it up. Thank you, everybody, for being such good sports.
Good
If
night.
you have any ideas for live streams, shoot me some emails. I miss the panels.
This
I
was
really
a hot
do
one.
miss it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Skeet, you missed the hot one tonight, bud. It's hot.
After all this talk, I don't know if O22 is Oregon.
Right. Oh, yeah, right.
Well, Mark. You know my answer. Oh my goodness. Okay, thanks so much. Have a great night.
Good night, guys.
And I'll see you guys all again soon.